All right, good morning, cyber traders. Let me get a little chat back if you guys can hear me okay. Let's do a quick audio check. All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to this lovely Friday. Obviously, today, before we get started, it's a very special day. And we all know it's 9/11, and it's a day of remembrance of being here in New York. It's a very emotional day for a lot of us, especially when you experienced it. Lost a lot of friends there, firemen, cops that were involved there. So I know they're going to be doing a moment of silence. So, guys, just always remember these days. It's not, it's something that really changed us and brought us together. Unfortunately, it's been over 20 years, almost 20, it's 18 years now. And a lot of people probably don't realize the value of it regarding about what happened back then. Hold on one second. I just got to see something here. Just watching a stock that I'm in right now. And just got to always remember what happened in the past. So just got to always keep that in mind. But in the meantime, everyone, hold on. Just got one stock right here. Hold on. All right. So regarding about today, everybody, yesterday was a pretty interesting day. We had a couple of nice little winners that made some nice little pops right here. We had this BFRA, had a nice little move, had a nice little pop. We had some really good winners yesterday. I want to talk about those too. But, today is a Friday. And as a Friday, remember, morning's always kind of a little difficult. You don't want to get too crazy and cocky on certain stocks, but we'll talk about some of them. There's not really that much going on this morning. There are a couple of them, but, like this BFRA, and some of you remember the stock clear as day. We traded the stock. You could see a long time ago, not too long ago, the stock was a great short squeeze. Stock literally ran from like $7, went to 55 in one day. So, stock's a crazy short squeeze. So you got to be careful with this stock. It goes up and down like $1, $2 moves. So if you trade too many shares of it, you should be okay. But before we start talking about that, I want to bring back what we talked about, what happened yesterday. So a lot of you were here yesterday and here online and on YouTube Live, you guys all remember, it's pretty much this one last stock I really would like to talk a lot about it, was this TSA. So a lot of us killed it yesterday with this stock. This was hands down probably something I was actually looking for. We haven't had something like this in a week. So this stock was just a great stock. It got destroyed. And we know pharmaceuticals don't come back, but this one obviously started picking some momentum. If you logged in around 9 o'clock when we were doing our morning meeting, it just started making a little bit more of a move right here. And you could see there 9 a.m. right there. You could see, and let me just draw it for you. You could see it right there. There's 9 a.m. And it started right around there. And then all of a sudden, by 10 o'clock, the stock was already about $6, ran to $6, ran all the way to about $8 right around 12 o'clock. So stock was a great, great winner. A lot of us cleaned up on that one position only. And you know what? You didn't have to buy it at 4 and sell it at 8. If you bought it at 5 and sold it at 6, or you bought it at 6 and you sold it at 6.50, you still made a good day's pay. But what was nice about the stock, you could have traded a lot of shares of it. And stock did really, really well. But great mover. And you all traded pretty well, did well with that stock. There are a couple other ones too. I want to just touch upon some of the stocks. Nikola was a great short yesterday. But the big winners I want you to keep an eye on, and we've been talking about these stocks for a while, is Penn and DraftKings. What we got? What was it? DK and G. Okay. So if you look at these stocks, DraftKings, I've been a fan of it for a while. I did really well with DraftKings when the stock right around here, around $20. Let me just show you right here. I bought it right around here at 20, and I sold it right around here. Actually, I'm sorry, right around here, around the 42s. And stock took a big of a dip over here, about 30. But she started building some nice support levels right here. And then finally, now it looks like she's starting to break out. Now, we all know what was yesterday was. Yesterday was the start of the NFL. Sports are starting to get involved. Listen, football is like the biggest thing right now. So if football could stay in business, not lose a season, there's going to be a lot of betting going on. I think, was it Michael Jordan? They just signed him to his contract, signed him on DraftKings. But the stock from 35 to 44. I mean, it's testing highs. The stock breaks all-time highs. This stock could be a really, really nice also swing trade. Now, this stock is not really a fun stock to day trade. It is very, very volatile. So be very, very careful with this stock right here. All right. Now let's go back to what we were trading, what we were looking at. So we'll keep an eye on this BFRA. This BFRA. I think it's going to get extremely volatile. Don't trade too many shares of it because the stock, like you could say, look, it went from 11 down to 10, up to 1150, back down to 980. Very, very volatile stock. It's an algorithm stock. You know, we talk about that in our classes, how to trade them. So you got to be really, really careful how to trade this stock. But it might get like a big pop in the open and then might back off until like the smoke clears. But just don't trade too much of it because the stock is very, very volatile. And the more shares you trade, the easier it is to get shaken out. So we're going to keep on that one. Peloton. We talked about Peloton for a while. Peloton's been a great swing trade. I was actually shocked the stock is up this much. I think, you know, I guess when everybody goes back to their normal lives, I mean, the Peloton, you know, I don't know, it could go down. I don't know. But you know what? The stock is doing great. They're selling a lot of items. They're coming out with new products. The only thing that kind of turned me off about Peloton is, remember, you know, like the whole goal is if they make things too good, no one's going to buy another one. The way they make money is like, remember a GoPro? GoPro is, I don't even, what's the symbol of GoPro? Everybody remember GoPro? Earnings come out today, Andrea. Thanks for sharing that. GoPro, they made the system so great that it wasn't worth upgrading. So they got themselves into an issue with that. So Peloton, I mean, it's expensive. They're making less expensive items now. But listen, the stock is doing unbelievable. I think there's a short squeeze. I think there's a big short on Wall Street on that one too, especially when they break all-time highs. So you got that one too. So we got also, there's what we got now. Kodak, listen, keeps coming up on the radar. I don't know what's going on with this stock, but Kodak did great after hours yesterday, took off pretty big. Let me just show you what it looked like. Something happened right after hours. Went from $6 or into $7. Really don't go anywhere. Just be careful with the stock. The stock, you know, listen, everybody's still trying to get that $60 rally that we had on that stock. And remember, if you go to our YouTube channel, go back on that day, you could see how we traded that stock. We were trading at $9 when it finally made its move. But just be careful of Kodak. I actually traded yesterday, and I actually lost money on that stock. And thank God I did because it tanked. But you can't predict it. Yeah, okay, the stock went up. I wish I would have, could have, you know what I mean? But I've learned, and this is what you learn, the more you trade, the more you know how to take losses, the better you're going to be in this business for a long time. You can't think that everything's going to pay for forever. Another stock you want to keep on, it's a little bit on the expensive side, you know, but Oracle, listen, Oracle looks like it's breaking all-time highs. This stock, I haven't heard of Oracle in a long time. I mean, you know, the owner is very wealthy. He likes driving a sailboat and racing it, but keep an eye on this Oracle trade, kind of like, because the only reason why I look at it is when I see stocks break all-time highs, like Peloton, like DraftKings, that could happen, like Zoom, you know, when these stock, like Tesla, you know, it can go on and on. This is what you want to look for, because then sometimes you're going to probably kick yourself in the butt and be like, you know what, I should have traded it before. Why didn't I buy it earlier? And it's like, it's too late to buy it. This stock, you know what? This stock also is breaking all-time highs, doing pretty well. The only issue I have with this stock, the volume is really low. I'm throwing this as a second-tier stock, so we'll keep an eye on it and see how that stock moves. Yeah, there is another stock I know one of you guys just mentioned up. This one right here, Tapo. This one just came out of nowhere. It just popped right now, this TAOP. Now, this is the same thing like BFRA. This stock went from $2 all the way to $15. Another great short squeeze. Looks like it's building a little bit Fausto flag right here. Looks pretty better. Better spread than the BFRA. You know, just made a little bit of pop. Not as huge. Very inexpensive. Kind of like this one a little bit better to day trade. But looks like she's kind of playing, you know, looks like she's fun here. I got to bring her up on level 3. I didn't have her on the level 3. Hold on. Let me see what's it doing right now, if there's any orders out there. Because it just came up from nowhere. This one just came up. All right, the data's got to load up on me here. All right, you got an order right now at You got a 5,000. You got a couple of small iceberg orders around 410 and 413. Resistance wise, you got a big seller right now, big ice order at 450. So it looks like that's where it kind of tested, right? Yeah. He's still out there. He's been out there since 9 o'clock. He's been there since 9 o'clock, this guy. And so 450 and $5 are your big resistance. Looks like you got a couple of people keep bidding it up little by little. So it looks like it's going to be more of a scalping type of stock. All right. Now, listen, today is Friday. Don't get too crazy. Don't get too cocky. Make your days pay. And you know what? Afternoons are really well. We'll see how it goes. But listen, list is not huge. Usually we have 10 stocks, but we got a pretty decent. Remember, we only need one to make a day's pay. All right. Anything I'm missing, traders, that I did not call out? Isn't Oracle involved in the bid for TikTok? Michael is saying. I think everybody wants a piece of that, Mike, of TikTok. I mean, it's, for us older people, like, we don't go, I don't know anybody, you guys don't go on TikTok. I mean, maybe some of you do, but listen, everybody's jumping on that bandwagon. What happened with Facebook and what's happening with Twitter and, what's happening with Instagram. So, but TikTok obviously makes a lot of money. YouTube, you know what I mean? I think more than anything. But I think everybody's trying to jump on that bandwagon. We'll see what happens. Okay. Somebody on YouTube says, what do you think of Gene? You know what? I saw that earlier and it just died. So I didn't want to add on the list. I found that this morning. We traded the stock before. It just completely crapped out. It had a nice move around 730 and it just started breaking lower lows. So great volume, 5 million shares, great spread, everything. But if you're going to trade it, you got to scalp it. All right. Anything else? All right, cyber traders. So listen, for a lot of you that joined me yesterday in my on my Thursday event at 12 o'clock, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you missed it, it's been recorded. Just register on our site or you click on the bottom and we're going to do one every week. If you're new here to Cyber Trading University and you signed up yesterday, now you're in the cyber group room, you probably spoke to your education advisor. He told you what to look at. Hopefully you're watching your videos. Like we always say, just look, listen, and learn. Don't look at what we buy. Look what the students are buying, the traders are buying in the room, and see if it's for you, because trading's not for everybody, okay? But if you want to know the real truth, here's, now you're going to be able to see what it's like with us, putting our money where our mouth is. All right, guys? Good luck, everyone. Happy trading, and we will be seeing you back at 2:30. All right? Thanks, everybody. Happy trading, and be safe.